Spicer, former White House press secretary. Sean, good to have you here tonight. Thank you. I'm going to ask you point blank. When you were in the White House, was there ever encouragement on the part of the Homeland Security officials, the people who were then in charge? Were they nudging and saying we need to spend more resources and more energy on domestic terrorism? And the suggestion in this piece is that the president didn't like to deal with white supremacy terrorists or issues. He didn't want to believe that there was an increase in it, perhaps somehow thinking that it was politically, would be linked to him in the media, even though obviously he doesn't believe that that is the case. Did that scenario ever happen that you saw or witnessed?
No. And in fact, in the testimony that you play from Director Wray on July 23rd, he cites the fact that over 850 cases have been brought forth from the FBI that they are investigating. That certainly doesn't sound like a White House or an administration that isn't tackling this straight on. So, I mean, again, I think that
where do you think
this
that
is some
story's coming from?
Well, I'm sure it's from somebody who doesn't like the fact that their suggestion on whatever particular policy or procedure wasn't taken into account or wasn't followed and it was somewhere else. But clearly, from the director's testimony in front of Congress on July 23rd, he makes it very clear that the FBI has made rooting out domestic terrorism, rooting out white supremacy a top priority of the Bureau, and has appropriated, countless man hours and agents to this task. So the numbers don't add up to what CNN's reporting is saying. I mean, I'm sure that there is somebody who isn't happy, but that doesn't comport with what the director's testimony suggests the FBI and the Department of Justice. Furthermore, just taking it beyond that, one step up, the president has been very clear that he has ordered the Department of Justice to go root out this kind of behavior and problem. So it has come straight from the top and then is clearly being implemented at both the department and agency level.
All right, I just got a couple seconds left, but I want to play what Joe Biden said in his speech yesterday in his response to how passionate he thought the president was on this issue when he spoke the other day. Here's Joe Biden.
This president has fanned the flames of white supremacy in this nation. His low energy, vacant-eyed mouthing of the words written for him, condemning white supremacists this week, I don't believe fooled anyone.
What do you say?
He can't win, being the president. When he calls out white supremacy, when he calls out hate, when he calls for a message of unity, then they have a problem with the tone and tenor it was given in. The first State of the Union, was a joint address that the president gave in February during my tenure. He led that off with a call for unity and calling out hatred. This has been at the forefront of the president's administration and his tenure in the White House. The problem is the Democrats, in case after case, don't want to take yes for an answer. Sean. They don't like how he says it or when he says it. But the fact of the matter is he's said exactly what they say he should say. They just don't like hearing that because it takes their talking point away.
Sean Spicer, thank you very much. Good to see you tonight.
You bet, Martha. Thanks.